Krásny dobrý deň, moje meno je Roman a som z agentúry Scandinavian Study a formou týchto videí sa snažím priniesť nejakých zaujímavých hostí pre študentov hľadajúcich informácií o ich študijných možnostiach v zahraničí. A mojím dnešným hostom je Elena Smirnová z belgickej školy Howest. A budeme sa rozprávať o štúdiu v Belgicku, o možnostiach, aké tam máte, o financovaní, o podmienkach prijatia. But we will conduct it in English. I think so it will be easier for us to understand. Elena, hello.
Hello, Roman.
I just introduced you that you are from School Howest in Belgium and studying, and we are excited to learn more about study opportunities in Belgium. And just start off with a very simple question. I don't think so many people in Slovakia considers before going into Belgium, it's unusual study destination, let's put it like this, and we're trying to little bit promote it. So maybe first question, let us know, tell us more about Belgium, how it is to live there, what are the Belgian people like, and
Okay, that's my pleasure to introduce Belgium to international students, because indeed usually if students, European students, think about going abroad, often it's the Netherlands that comes to their mind. But actually Belgium is very comparable with the Netherlands. It offers the same quality of education, but maybe even in some regards it's even better because the cost of living is a bit cheaper. It's a bit easier to find accommodation, even though it also becomes in some cities quite challenging task, but still it's definitely not comparable with the Netherlands. And also you can obviously study in English. So I think the reason is that people didn't know about Belgium before is that there were very limited number of programs offered in English, but now every year we add more and more programs, all institutions in Belgium, but also Howest. A few years ago, we only had one program, a Bachelor of Digital Arts and Entertainment, basically game development. And this year we already have 6. So that's why the offer is broadening, the choices are broadening for the students. In general, a few like ABC facts about Belgium. There are 11 million people, and people don't speak Belgian language. People speak three different languages. So we have a Flemish part. People speak Flemish, which is like Dutch, but different accent, different words, like maybe British and American English, something like that. So it's a Flemish language. Flanders is the part where people speak Flemish. 6 million people speak Flemish. 4 million people speak French. Then we have 100,000 that speak German, so a very small part. And in Brussels, people speak either French or Dutch, but also English is an unofficial language, I would say, in Brussels. Also, English is very widely spoken in Flanders. Everyone speaks English, even if they didn't attend university. So shop assistants, bus drivers, everyone understands and can answer you in English, so you don't need to learn Dutch if you don't want to. But also we do offer Dutch classes if you want, but only with English you're perfectly comfortable living in Flanders.
Excellent. So now we know a bit more about Belgium, and we will try to explore study opportunities, especially at Howest.
Yeah.
We are trying to send students abroad, not only because it's good fun, it's adventure, you can study in English, but also you will learn something what you can use in your future career. And as the world develops, I strongly believe IT and new sectors like gaming will be opportunities where you can gain better career prospects, and you are focusing on such a very tiny niche market, which you are very good in. If we can think about study programs, what you can study at Howest.
Well, in Dutch we have a broad portfolio of different sectors, but in English we really try to focus on the programs that we are most strong in, and these are indeed tech programs and design programs. Right now we have 4 programs on a bachelor level. As I mentioned, the game development, 3D, VFX, Bachelor of Digital Arts and Entertainment. But also I should mention that those skills that you get, they are not only used in games. Our alumni also work in visualization, 3D visualization of architecture or interior design or cultural heritage. It's very broad. Any sector, any business might need 3D visualization. Then we have another program, Applied Computer Sciences, Major Cybersecurity. It's also a very popular program. Every year we see a rise of number of students. This program is located in Bruges. It's extremely beautiful city. The setting is amazing. It's a medieval town. The whole city center is protected by UNESCO. It's a UNESCO heritage site, which basically means that you walk in open air museum. Super beautiful. Then we have program called Divine, Digital Design and Development, and this is basically 50% design, 50% coding. So you create digital products. You're a product designer in a digital world. Usually students choose and become either a programmer or UX designer. Here we really combine those two skills. But of course they can choose the minor, so something that they're more prone or more interested in, and that's going to be either design, coding or research, but they get the skills from those three domains. And then we have on a bachelor level a new program. Since this year we offer it in English. Before for 20 years we offered it in Dutch. It's called Industrial Product Design. So it's also very hands-on. You create lots of prototypes, but even here you get very advanced 3D skills. Very hands-on, very practical. These are the 4 programs that we have on a bachelor level, and then we have 2 programs on a bit higher level. So we have advanced bachelor, which means that you should already have a bachelor with the knowledge of molecular biology, and then in 1 year we give you IT skills, you become bioinformatician. And if you have already bachelor in computer science, in 1 year you can become AI engineer. So we give you all the skills you need to become AI engineer. The great thing about studying in Belgium is that basically you start from zero. So we don't require a portfolio, programming skills before you apply. Of course, we encourage you to try doing that, because how do you know that this is what you want to dedicate your life to if you have never tried that? But we don't check your transcript of records. What's great, you have, as long as you have the diploma, as long as you meet language skills, which is B2 level, you can be accepted, and we give you the necessary skills while studying. Having said that, it means that you have to, work hard during your 3 years. It's a 3-year bachelor program, which means that it's very intensive. You start from zero and it's just studying, and so a lot of dedication is required, I would say.
Okay, you took all the questions from my tongue to quickly answer them as you speak, but what I want to say, you are quite humble. You just explain what study programs you have, but you have also some awards, and those awards are not only from academics, from real world. Which award do you have?
So our program, the oldest one that I mentioned, Bachelor of Digital Arts and Entertainment, has been voted as the best game development program in the world 3 times, in 2017, 18, 19, and then we were 2 times more in top 5. This year we are number 2. This is awards given by the rookies. It's an industry association of creative industries, and the judges from the industry, they base their decision on the portfolios that students submit from all institutions all around the world, the private ones, very expensive ones. It doesn't matter. Everyone sends their portfolios, and they check the quality of the portfolio and how fast the student would be able to find a job right now with this portfolio. So it's a stamp of quality from the industry who say, yes, they're industry ready, they can start working. So it's a very important award for us, because it proves the quality that our teaching staff delivers to the students.
Speaking about quality of studies, you are connected not only to academic teaching, but students have to do, like practically, they have to do at lessons. And one of the part of this problem-based education is also mandatory internships. I believe you have internships also as a part of education.
Yeah, internship is very important for us because basically that's the moment where you combine all the skills, everything that you've learned during the 2.5 years. Usually it's the last semester. So out of 3 years, usually it's a full semester, 4 months that you spend in a company, either in Belgium or abroad. A lot of students choose to do it abroad as well. So I would say maybe even 30% of students do it abroad. And the fact is that right now the demand for the interns from those programs are higher than the number of students that we have. So industry is really hungry for those professionals with technical digital skills. That means that everyone's getting an internship placement. And then statistically speaking, 80% of students get the job offer usually while doing the internship.
All right. Seems like a good option to study at Howest. So you have your career lined up in front of you. If we can speak, how looks your facilities? How looks classes, hallways, buildings, campuses?
Yeah. So we have a top-notch technology on our campuses. Obviously, for such kind of programs, you should have it. We also have new facilities, new campuses, and we are expanding every year. So in 2 years, actually, we just started building a new campus in Bruges, and in 2 years, we'll have a brand new building for 10,000 students in Bruges. Our university is spread throughout the city, so the buildings are in different places, but cities are, as I mentioned, quite small. In Belgium, there are no big cities besides Brussels and Antwerp. Those are the biggest one, but in Bruges there are 130,000, and in Kortrijk there are under 80,000 inhabitants, which means that wherever you live in a city, you jump on a bike, and in 10-15 minutes you can be on another side of the city. That's actually what our students do. So they rent a bike for 10 euro per year, and they don't even need to use public transport.
Okay, I think so. We have mentioned the reasons why you should come to Belgium. It's a good country, quality of education, fantastic. You have interesting study programs. So once student decides, I want to do this, now parents comes and they will ask how much it will cost. So if we can speak more about tuition fees and living costs in Belgium per month.
So I would say that's a great part for, I think, EU students, because EU students pay the same fee as Belgian students, and this is basically just under 1,000 euro per year. That includes all fees besides the software licensing fee, which can be maximum 250 euro per year. We are a public institution, as the majority of institutions in Belgium. So Flemish government finances. The real cost of study is actually 7,000 euros. So the rest is being paid by the Flemish government. Cost of living in Belgium, I would say realistically around 900 euro. You could say it's with the minimum budget is 750, but realistically to feel comfortable, more like 900 euro. Accommodation cost on average between 350 to 450 euro. And that doesn't matter whether it's dormitories from university or you rent on a private market. The majority actually do rent on a private market. I was maybe 80% of students. That is specificity of studying in Belgium. There are very, very few dormitories. It's more like a house that is being built, that is being used specifically for renting to students. So you have, for example, 5-6 rooms, and you share a living room and a kitchen. So that's a usual setup. And dormitory, we also have dormitory. Then it's a big building. You have 80 rooms. And yeah, it's really just depends more whether you're a more social person and want to live with lots of neighbors, or you're more for privacy, or of course you can rent a studio, and a studio will be around 500 euro. What else should I mention? Yes.
Carry on, please. Sorry.
No, this is about the cost. I think this is it. Of course, there are some additional costs like insurance, but in Belgium, it's all very, very affordable. So in that sense, that's that's very good. The only thing, of course, if you're applying for tech programs, obviously you should count in the cost of the laptop. We have the requirements on the website, but if you study game development, that means you have to have a powerful laptop, and the cost will be around 1,800 euro. For cybersecurity, it's around 1,000 euro. If your current laptop meets the requirement, you don't have to buy the new one. But of course, if it doesn't, this is an extra cost that you should count in.
Okay, I think so. We satisfied also parents. You said 900 a year fees plus, let's say, 800, 900 for your living expenses, which is still affordable for top-notch education, very specific in computer science, in IT, in gaming. So now we have to satisfy students with admission requirements. How difficult is to get into your school?
Admission requirements in Belgium are quite easy. So the Flemish government gives the right for everyone to try whatever they would like to try. So there are no entrance exams. You just apply with your high school diploma, transcript of records from the last couple of years, and English language certificate B2 level. We accept different certificates, TOEFL, IELTS. If we're speaking about IELTS, this is 6.5. But also we accept Duolingo certificate, which is a very easy option. You can do it online in 1 hour. You pay 40 euro, and in 3 business days, you get your results. So it's the easiest option. And a motivation letter where we want to see why do you want to study this specific program of your choice. If you meet those legal requirements, everyone will be accepted. We don't have selection. So the more students we get, the more classes we just open. But as I mentioned, the hard part is once you get in. So once you get in, you just should work hard, because there is a selection during, obviously exam periods. And if you fail 2 attempts, then, you get the 3rd chance to redo, but then there comes a stop. So basically, easy to get in. Be prepared for hard work during your studies.
Yeah, but I think so it's a good approach, because everyone should have a right to even try the university degree, but also school shouldn't be easy, because you want to learn there something which you can use, like really use in your future career. Okay, it was fantastic to talk to you. And maybe my final question is, you said you have your English taught programs in 2 cities. One is Bruges, which is very beautiful and historical. One is in Kortrijk. Kortrijk, okay. I know Bruges from one movie, which was called In Bruges, which is very funny, and I recommend everyone to watch it. Which of those 2 cities you prefer? Can you study all the programs in both cities, or they are separated?
No, the majority actually of programs are right now located in Kortrijk. The city is located on the border with France. So in 30 minutes, you can be in French city Lille. It's a very beautiful city as well. And it's just 50 minutes from Bruges. In Bruges, at the moment, we have only cybersecurity program. That's a difficult question. I mean, I live in Bruges, so of course I love Bruges, but then I work in Kortrijk. And Kortrijk, I can tell that it has really developed during the last few years. It was before an industrial city. Then when the industry started, there was a decay, so there was a stop. But the last years, there have been major developments. There are a lot of startups, creative industries, and Kortrijk is now part of UNESCO Design Network cities. So it really fits into our creative programs, or let's say our creative programs really fit into Kortrijk. Yes, it's also beautiful.
Excellent, Elena. Thank you very much. And actually, it's a shame that I didn't meet you 20 years ago when I was about to go into my university studies. Maybe this would be perfect study option.
That's what I thought as well when I started working on Howest. Why didn't I know that there were actually such kind of institutions, applied sciences? I didn't know that before. You always focus on research universities, but actually I wish I would have studied in one of the applied sciences universities, because it really prepares you for the labor market. And once you graduate, you immediately start working. I remember when I graduated from university, I was like, oh, what do I do now? I have a diploma, I have a paper, but what skills do I have? How can I use it? Yeah. So our students don't face these problems. They immediately start working.
All right. Excellent. Thank you very much for today's talk.
Thank you, Roman, for having me.
And my guest was Miss Elena Smirnova from Howest University of Applied Sciences in Belgium. Elena, my pleasure. Thank you very much.
Thank you.